Beloved soul, the suitcase is open. They are not just packing clothes, they are packing memories, truths, and the very promise of you. With trembling hands but burning love, they are gathering their life into a single vessel, guided by the one voice that whispered, "Go." This is a holy relocation. Welcome to Angel Messages for you. Before we reveal this intimate message of a heart packing for its divine destination, if you have ever felt the quiet, sure pull of someone moving their entire world toward you, click subscribe. Let this channel be the confirmation that the suitcase you sense being packed is real, and its destination is your peace. When this word resonates as the profound personal shift you've felt approaching, declare it in the comments with, "My heart is their home." Your declaration is the welcome mat for their holy relocation. Tap like to honor the courage it takes to pack up a life for love. For those moved to partner with this ministry of prophetic transition, your super thanks helps us deliver these intimate messages to every soul whose life is the sacred destination of another's God-guided, love-fueled move. Now, witness the careful packing. What you are about to hear is the revelation of a transition, not a visit, the story of a soul done with distance, gathering every sacred memory and promise, and moving with bags in hand into the divine alignment of covenant and peace that God has been preparing just for you both. Beloved soul, this is not a dream. It's not your imagination. It's not just a passing feeling. Someone is packing their bags, and heaven says, it's because of you. This moment is real, and it's closer than you think. They're no longer waiting. They're no longer hesitating. They've made up their mind. They're coming, and this time, they won't be stopped. Not by fear, not by doubt, not by the past, not by the voices of others. They're listening to one voice now, the voice that whispered, "You are theirs," the voice that said, "Go, it's time," and they answered, with trembling hands, with a trembling heart, but with bold, burning love. They're packing their things, not just clothes, not just shoes. They're packing memories. They're packing the truth. They're packing the promise. They're carrying a secret, a sacred one. They miss you more than they've said, and they're finally ready to show you, to tell you, to prove it. This is bigger than you know, because the spiritual realm has moved, and the angels are clearing a path. Everything that once delayed this union is being stripped away. Even now, as you listen to this message, something is shifting, something is breaking. God is removing what blocked the way, because this is serious now. This is prophetic. This is personal. This is holy. He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. Proverbs 18:22. Heaven wants you to prepare, not with panic, not with confusion, but with peace, with expectation, because your name is written on their heart, and they can't carry it silently anymore. They tried to stay away. They tried to ignore the signs. They tried to convince themselves you'd move on, but you didn't, because deep down, you felt it too. This love isn't ordinary. This connection isn't common. This fire is divine, and no water has been able to quench it. They remember everything. The way you smiled, the way you spoke life, the way you showed them grace when they didn't deserve it. And now, they're coming to give back what you gave, but in a bigger way. They're coming with intention. They're coming with plans. They're coming with courage. They're coming with one purpose: to love you the way heaven designed, without excuses, without hiding, without fear, and yes, with bags in hand, because this isn't a visit. This is a transition. This is a move. This is a holy relocation, because God is shifting both of you into a divine alignment, a place of peace, a place of unity, a place of covenant. Marriage is not just a word anymore. It's a reality, a prophecy, and it's unfolding right now. Before we go on, if this message is resonating, tap subscribe to Angel Messages for you. We don't want you to miss the next part of this divine guidance. Like this video if your spirit feels the urgency. Comment the word, "I'm ready for this move." Declare it boldly. Send a super thanks to seal this word in faith. You are not watching this by accident. You were drawn here because heaven wanted to prepare your heart. They tried to leave your name behind. They tried to erase your voice from their mind. But every time they closed their eyes, you were there, not as a ghost, but as a light, a presence, a whisper from God. You never left their heart. And they finally stopped fighting it. Because love doesn't go away when it's real. Love doesn't dissolve in silence. Love doesn't forget what God has written. And beloved soul, God has written you into their destiny. You are the page they keep turning back to. You are the prayer they didn't know they were praying. And now, they're moving toward you. Literally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Every road leads to you now. They've asked heaven for confirmation, and God keeps showing you. In songs, in dreams, in conversations, in signs they can't ignore anymore. Even their friends notice. Even their family senses it. Someone asked them why they look so different lately, why they seem focused, why they seem distant. It's because their mind is made up. Their heart is already packed. And now their bags are too. God said the time has come. The delay is over. The fire has matured. The heart is ready. Write the vision and make it plain. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Habakkuk 2:2-3. You waited longer than they expected, and they're shocked you're still here. Not begging, not chasing, but waiting in dignity, waiting in faith. They've seen your strength. They've felt your energy from a distance, and it's shaken them. They know they don't deserve your love, but they also know God preserved it for them, and they can't ignore the call any longer. They're packing hopes. They're packing apologies. They're packing every unspoken feeling. They're packing the desire to make things right, not just with flowers, but with actions, with loyalty, with presence, with healing, with commitment, and yes, with a ring. This isn't a fling. This isn't a game. This is real. And angels are watching over it. They're guiding every step. They're surrounding every mile. Because this journey is sacred, what God has joined, no man can separate. Even when there was distance, even when you felt forgotten, God was working. God was stirring. God was breaking chains. Chains of confusion, chains of fear, chains of pride, chains of timing. And now the locks are open. Now the bags are packed. Now the gates are wide. Expect the unexpected. They're about to show up, not just in conversation, but in person, unannounced. And your heart needs to be ready. Your space needs to be ready. Your mind needs to be ready. Because heaven doesn't give warnings without purpose. This is serious. This is sacred. This is sudden. They tried to fight it. They tried to stay where they were. But everything around them began to collapse. Because when God says move, you cannot remain in delay. They started losing interest in old plans. They stopped finding joy in shallow conversations. They couldn't fake smiles anymore because their soul was already on the journey, and it was leading to you. They sat in silence and heard your name in their spirit. They opened a random scripture, and it spoke of covenant. They walked down the street and saw couples holding hands, and it pierced their chest because it reminded them of you. They tried to date others, but their heart stayed locked on you. They tried to forget, but dreams wouldn't let them. They even tried to convince themselves that maybe you weren't the one, but every confirmation kept shouting your name. The heart of man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps. Proverbs 16:9. Now they're serious. Now they're aligned. Now they're praying differently. Now they're moving boldly. They don't need permission anymore. They don't care who understands. They're not asking for opinions, because this is between them and God. And God made it clear. You are not just someone. You are the one who waited, the one who prayed, the one who loved them in silence, the one who never mocked their struggles, the one who stood even when unseen. They remember everything. Your laugh, your prayers, your wisdom, your purity, your fire, and it's been haunting them in the best way. You are unforgettable. You are irreplaceable. You are the reason they're moving now. They said your name when they woke up. They said your name while packing. They're rehearsing what to say, but nothing feels big enough. Because how do you say thank you to someone who waited for your healing? To someone who held space while you found God? To someone who saw your brokenness and didn't run? The angels say they're coming, and not empty-handed. They're coming with words. They're coming with change. They're coming with intentions. They're coming with honor. They're coming with plans. They're not just showing up for a moment. They're showing up for life. Get your house in order. Get your heart in order. The knock is coming, and it won't be imaginary this time. It will be real. It will be raw. It will be holy. If this word is reaching you, pause and breathe. You are not crazy. You are not forgotten. You are not imagining this connection. Heaven is confirming it again. Click subscribe to Angel Messages for you right now. This message is still unfolding. Comment below. They're coming. I receive it. Declare it aloud. Type it in faith. Click like if your soul is expecting a miracle. Send a super thanks to seal this moment in agreement. Your destiny is moving toward you, and it's packed. They whispered your name again this morning, while folding their favorite shirt, while slipping their shoes into the bag, while checking their mirror one last time. And do you know what they said? They said, I hope I'm not too late, because time has passed. Seasons have changed, but your love has remained. And that kind of love, it does something to a person. They started asking God questions, big ones, deep ones, like, what if they moved on? What if I took too long? What if I'm not enough? But heaven interrupted that doubt. Heaven whispered your name louder. Heaven reminded them that love waits. That covenant doesn't expire. That grace covers what pride tried to destroy. Love never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance. 1 Corinthians 13:7. So they started moving faster, booking tickets, clearing their schedule, saying goodbye to distractions, leaving behind people who only brought confusion. They don't want noise. They want clarity. They want you. They wrote down what they want to say and erased it, then wrote it again, because their heart is full, but words feel small. You deserve more than a casual message. You deserve more than a random call. You deserve to be pursued, like a promise, like a treasure, like destiny itself. And this time, they're not showing up as the same person. No, this is a transformed soul. They've been with God. They've been through fire. They've come out refined. They've come out ready. They don't want a situationship. They want sacred. They don't want a maybe. They want marriage. They don't want to see where it goes. They want to go where God is leading. And heaven has led them straight to you. You may not recognize them at first, because growth changed their voice. Healing softened their gaze. Prayer changed their posture. But you'll feel it, that tug in your soul, that peace that passes understanding, that familiar presence, because your hearts always knew, even before your eyes did. They've packed their bags, but they've also packed their faith. They've packed the lessons. They've packed the promises. They've packed the ring. And yes, they are scared, but they are more afraid of a life without you. God showed them something last night, a glimpse of the future. You, laughing, praying together, building together, loving without fear, and they broke down in tears. This is not infatuation. This is revelation. Heaven is stirring. Time is collapsing. The moment is now. If your spirit feels the confirmation, say it out loud. I receive this timing. And write it below in the comments right now. Type, they're coming. I'm ready. Click subscribe to Angel Messages for you. Don't miss the rest of this divine unfolding. Tap like to honor the angelic confirmation. And if this message struck your heart, send a super thanks to agree with this prophetic word. They are no longer waiting. They're moving. They're serious. And they are just days, maybe even hours, away. They're not coming empty-handed. They're bringing everything they prayed about, everything they fought for, everything they're ready to give you. They're not just bringing words. They're bringing action. They're bringing proof. They're bringing covenant. Because love without proof is noise. But love with movement, that's alignment. That's divine. They didn't always understand this love, but now they do. They didn't always protect this connection, but now they will. They've been awakened. They've been warned. They've been guided. And now, they've been commissioned. Angels are clearing their path. Angels are guarding their journey. Angels are softening hearts on both sides. And God is giving the green light. You will feel it before they arrive. Your soul will stir. Your heart will sense it. Suddenly, things will start shifting. Suddenly, your atmosphere will change. Suddenly, you'll feel that deep peace again. Because when it's God, you won't need to force it. You won't need to beg for it. You won't have to chase it. It will come. It will align. It will fit. Just like puzzle pieces. Just like prophecy. Just like promise. They have imagined the moment over and over. How they'll look at you. What they'll say first. What their voice will sound like when they say your name. And deep down, you've imagined it too. You've seen it in dreams. You've felt it in quiet moments. You've heard it whispered in prayer. It's not delusion. It's direction. It's not fantasy. It's fulfillment. They are coming with focus, not with confusion. They are coming with clarity, not chaos. They are coming with intention, to build, to restore, to love deeply, to never lose you again. And you need to prepare. Prepare your heart. Prepare your space. Prepare your spirit. Because they're not only showing up, they're showing up with commitment. They're showing up with answers. They're showing up with a yes. The Lord will perfect that which concerns me. Psalm 138:8. They are coming because you are the one God whispered about. They are coming because this is not casual, it's covenant. They are coming because something in their soul won't let them rest without you. So right now, speak agreement over this word. Say out loud, Lord, I'm ready for what's mine. And if your spirit is on fire with confirmation, comment below. I'm aligned with heaven's timing. Click subscribe to Angel Messages for you so you don't miss the rest of this. Like this video as an act of faith. And if this touched your soul, send a super thanks to seal the shift with honor and gratitude. They're packing their bags because they know you are the missing piece. You are the reason. You are the one they want forever with. And they're not waiting another season. They're not risking another delay. This is real. This is now. This is serious. Get ready. They've been restless. They can't sleep well because you're on their heart, on their mind, in their prayers. Every time they close their eyes, they see your face. Every time they try to move on, something pulls them back. Every time they try to silence it, the feeling grows louder. This is not obsession. This is obedience. This is not fantasy. This is fulfillment. This is not just a feeling, it's faith. They're starting to realize God never let them forget you, because you were never meant to be forgotten. You were marked. You were chosen. They walked away. but they never left in spirit. They distanced themselves, but their heart kept returning. They denied it for a while, but heaven kept confirming. This is what the angels want you to hear. They were being prepared. They were being refined. They were being awakened. And now, they're being sent. Sent to love you better. Sent to speak what they once held in. Sent to stand beside you for real. They are shedding their fear. They are shedding shame. They are shedding pride, because the love they have for you is stronger than their fears. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear. 1 John 4:18. They're packing not only their bags, but their courage, their growth, their spiritual maturity. They're not the same person you knew before. They've been changed, humbled, transformed, and they're ready now, ready to walk in destiny, ready to hold your hand through the storm, ready to build what God always meant. This love will not be rushed, but it will be real. It will not be forced, but it will be fierce. It will not be perfect, but it will be protected by heaven. And when they come, they won't just say, "I love you." They'll say, "I'm here now." They'll say, "Let's do this together." They'll say, "You were always the one." Don't be afraid when it happens suddenly. Heaven works in divine surprise. Angels move fast when the assignment is urgent. And this love, it's urgent, it's holy, it's undeniable. So, if your heart is saying yes, type in the comments, "I receive this divine union." Subscribe to Angel Messages for you to stay connected to heaven's messages. Tap like to declare your agreement with God's timing. And if this word touched your soul, send a super thanks to seal it with honor, because they're not packing their bags just to visit. They're coming to stay. They've talked to someone about you, someone they trust, a mentor, a spiritual voice, maybe even their mother. And the answer was clear. It's you. It's always been you. You're the one they want to fight for now. You're the one they feel safest with. You're the one their soul keeps reaching for. They've tried ignoring it, but it burned even deeper. They tried replacing you, but it only made them emptier. They tried living without you, but every day felt less alive. Now they're tired of pretending, tired of running, tired of wasting time. So they've made a decision, not just to love you, but to pursue you, to come for you, to show up for you. They know what they've done. They know what they've missed. But now they want to make it right, before it's too late. They're coming with truth. They're coming with tears. They're coming with transformation. Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall ye not know it? Isaiah 40:3-19. They've rehearsed what they'll say. They've cried through it. They've prayed over it. They've asked God for timing, and heaven is releasing them. Because this love isn't just emotional, it's spiritual. They've seen signs, dreams, confirmations, words from strangers that matched your name, moments that broke them down and reminded them of you. Now they're done hiding. They're done hesitating. They're done letting fear stop what God has started. So here's what the angels say. Prepare. Prepare your heart. Prepare your space. Prepare your answer. Because the knock will come. The message will arrive. The flight will be booked. The journey is already beginning. They're on their way. And this is not just emotional impulse. This is divine intervention. Comment below. I'm ready for this divine surprise. Don't hold back. Your agreement matters. Subscribe now to Angel Messages for you. Stay connected to this confirmation. Tap the like button if you know this is your timing. And bless this message with a super thanks to honor the prophetic word. Your person is no longer confused. They've seen the light, and that light led them back to you. They're coming, not to question, but to commit. They're not just daydreaming anymore. They're not waiting for signs or signals anymore. They're not sitting still while their heart screams your name anymore. They're packing their bags. Yes, Heaven is confirming this. They're packing their bags because of you. And this is serious. This is not a game, not a phase, not just emotional impulse. This is divine instruction. They've been crying in silence for too long. They've been aching with memories that haven't even happened yet. They've been replaying dreams where you finally hold their hand. Now they're getting up. They're taking action. They're preparing to move. Because something in their soul says, if I don't go to them now, I'll lose my chance forever. Subscribe to Angel Messages for you if your spirit just felt that. Like this video if your heart is beating fast. Comment below, I feel this shift. And if this word touched you, send a super thanks to seal it. This is not about travel. It's about transition. It's not just about geography. It's about obedience to divine timing. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. Isaiah 60:1 KJV. This is their moment to arise, and they're doing it. For you, they had options, but none of them carried the peace they felt when they thought of you. They had distractions, but none of them silenced the voice in their chest whispering, go to them. Your love has ignited something in them, a holy discomfort, a divine urgency, a bold readiness. Heaven's pushing them. Love is pulling them, and fear is shrinking behind them, because faith has taken the wheel. They've counted the cost. They've weighed the risk. And still, they're packing their bags. If you've been in spiritual waiting, this is your confirmation. The shift is real. The movement is underway. Subscribe to Angel Messages for you if you know this is for you. Like this word. Comment boldly, let them come. And send a super thanks if you're aligning with this heavenly message. Angels have been dispatched to help them get to you. They're not traveling alone. Every step is covered in prayer. Every delay is being cleared. They've had dreams. Dreams of you opening the door. Dreams of you smiling through tears. Dreams of peace flooding their heart once you're near. And those dreams? They're driving them to action now. They're done pretending they don't need you. They're done hiding behind fear. They're done explaining away their feelings. They're done waiting for the perfect moment. Now, this is the moment. This is their awakening. This is their yes to God's plan. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29:11, NIV. You are their future, and hope is fueling their journey. They're rehearsing what they'll say. They're praying you don't reject them. They're packing not just clothes, but courage. They want to be near you, to see you with their eyes, to hear your voice with no screen in between, to feel your presence and know they are home. Comment, they're coming, I'm ready. Tap subscribe if you believe in destiny. Like this video if your heart is receiving. And send a super thanks if you're standing in agreement. Their family might question them. Their friends might not understand. But when God says move, you move. They're choosing you over comfort. They're choosing God's plan over convenience. They're choosing faith over fear, because the connection is undeniable. They're not running away from something. They're running towards someone. You who prayed, you who waited, you who cried out and said, God, send them now. Heaven heard you, and now they're on the way, not someday. Now, they're brushing off shame. They're walking away from their past. They're believing in miracles, and you are one of them. You are the miracle they've been seeking, the answer they never expected to find. And now they know. They know you're the one. They that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. Isaiah 40:30, 1 KJV. Their strength is renewed, and their wings are ready. Subscribe to Angel Messages for you if you feel the wind of this moment. Comment, God is bringing them to me. Like the video so others can receive this message. And bless this word with a super thanks if it stirred your soul. They're not packing light. They're bringing everything. their love, their intentions, their seriousness, their readiness, their full surrender. This is not a trial run. They're not here to test the waters. They're coming to dive deep, to stay, to build, to marry, to cover you, to protect the covenant God is forming, to make you feel safe again. This is holy. This is sacred. This is written. This is unfolding now. Let your faith rise. Let your heart prepare. Because just like them, you must be ready too. They're not just visiting for a moment. They're coming to stay, to build something permanent, to create a home in your presence. Every mile they move is a mile of surrender. Every step they take is a step of faith. They've cried about this. They've fasted about this. They asked God to stop them if it wasn't you. But heaven stayed silent, because God already said yes. And now their spirit can't sit still. They've told themselves all the reasons not to come. They've thought about their past, their fears, their wounds. But love kept winning. Grace kept speaking. And your face kept returning to their heart, over and over again. Love never fails. 1 Corinthians 13:8 KJV. That's why they're packing. That's why they're leaving the familiar. That's why they're choosing you. They know it won't be easy, but they also know it's worth it, because God is in it, and peace is confirming it. They're not just coming for romance. They're coming for destiny, to walk beside you, to lift you up when life gets heavy. They're coming with questions, but they're also bringing answers. Answers that only make sense when you two are together, because you are the missing piece. You are their peace. You are their sign. And they are finally bold enough to say, "Yes, Lord, I'll go." They're letting go of what others expected of them. They're leaving behind fear-based living. They're canceling their plans for comfort. And they're choosing courage. They're choosing love. They're choosing God's timing. They're choosing you. And the angels are rejoicing, because you never stopped praying. You never stopped believing. You never stopped waiting for the real thing. And now it's on the way. This is not a fantasy. This is a fulfillment. This is not a fairy tale. This is a divine appointment. Let your heart be still. Let your soul rejoice. Because what's coming is better than what you imagined. And it's already in motion. They may show up quietly, or it may be dramatic. But either way, they are serious. This is not flirtation. This is foundation. This is not testing. This is covenant. You'll see it in their eyes. You'll feel it in their embrace. You'll hear it in their voice when they say, "I prayed, and God said your name." The Lord is orchestrating every detail. Nothing is random. Every delay had purpose. Every closed door protected your heart. Now God is opening something greater, and they're walking through it, with a suitcase in one hand and your name on their lips. You will remember this word. You will replay this message, because what's about to happen will echo like prophecy fulfilled. And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer, and while they are yet speaking, I will hear. Isaiah 65:24 KJV. God heard your tears, and now they're moving toward you, guided by unseen hands, strengthened by invisible angels. They're bringing clarity. They're bringing healing. They're bringing the missing piece. And it's all because you stayed faithful. Comment, faith led them to me. Like this video if you're stepping into alignment. Subscribe to Angel Messages for you and stay connected. If this moved you deeply, seal it with a super thanks. They're packing because they can't delay any longer. They're coming because it's now or never. They're ready because God has dealt with their heart. And they can't imagine another season without you. Prepare your heart. Prepare your space. Prepare your spirit. Because soon, you'll hear the knock. You'll see their face. You'll feel their arms. And it will feel like coming home. Because they were made for you. And you were shaped for them. Heaven is watching. Heaven is smiling. Because the move has already begun. And You are the destination. They're carrying memories you don't even know about. Moments where your name softened their storm. Times when your picture held them together. Days when your voice, though silent, was louder than everything else around them. They've wept in silence. They've prayed in secret. They've wrestled with fear. But now, they're walking by faith. Their heart has made a decision their mind couldn't explain. Because this isn't logic, it's love, and it's been sanctified by heaven. For we walk by faith, not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5-7 KJV. And now, they're walking toward you, with every step ordained, every moment timed perfectly. This isn't just about love. This is about obedience. This is about legacy. This is about a divine covenant that hell couldn't stop. Hell tried, but heaven stood up, and the angels started moving. And now so are they. They're not looking back. They're not second-guessing. They're not afraid anymore, because the love of God has cast out their fear. There is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear. 1 John 4:18 KJV. They realized you were the answer, not the distraction, not the delay, not the mistake. You were the assignment, the reason for their refining, the name written on the other side of their obedience. And now they're showing up to claim it. Comment, I am the answer they've been waiting for. Like this if you know your love is worth the wait. Subscribe to Angel Messages for you for more divine clarity. And if this is your Rhema word, release a super thanks to sow into your confirmation. They are not coming halfway. They are coming with full intention, ready to speak, ready to build, ready to stay. They're not here to borrow your presence. They're here to build a future, to construct a sacred space where your soul is safe. They'll come with humility. They'll come with stories. They'll come with tears. But they'll also come with vision. And the moment you look in their eyes, you'll know this wasn't imagination. This was prophecy. This was divine orchestration. Heaven has been aligning schedules, redirecting paths, removing distractions, softening hearts. So when they show up, it will feel sudden, but it was always scheduled, marked in heaven's calendar. They shall not be ashamed that wait for me. Isaiah 49:23 KJV. You waited, and now they're arriving, not just with words, but with action, because they're packing their bags with purpose, with prayers, with hope, and with your name buried deep in their chest. They'll tell you things that will shock you, things they never said before, things they only whispered to God. But now you'll hear them. You'll hear their truth. You'll feel their heart. And you'll finally understand why nothing else worked. It wasn't supposed to, because this was the story. This was the chapter. This was the divine match heaven was waiting to release. So when the knock comes, don't panic. When they cry, don't run. This is bigger than emotions. This is covenant. This is the marriage of two stories, the union of two journeys. Comment, I accept this divine love. Like the video if you know they're getting closer. Subscribe to Angel Messages for you to receive every word from heaven. And seal this moment with a super thanks if it stirred your spirit. Because the angelic realm is active. The winds are shifting. And this love is no longer waiting. It's arriving. They're not second-guessing. They're not holding back. They're not hiding. They're showing up, even if no one agrees. Even if their past condemns them. Even if their fears tremble inside. They're coming anyway, because God gave them peace. And God gave them your name. And when God speaks, obedient hearts move. And they are moving toward you, toward restoration, toward destiny. They'll come with nothing, but give you everything. They'll come tired, but bring new strength, because your presence is healing, your voice is like home, your smile is like sunrise, and they're finally ready to receive it.